Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and realized you don't recognize the person staring back at you? You smile, you show up, you do what's expected, but deep inside, something feels lost, something so dear to you. That version of you that once believed, once dreamed, once felt truly alive and loved, now feels lost and dejected. It seems so far away now. I've been there. And if you're being honest with yourself, maybe you have too. There are seasons in life, aren't there? Moments when life breaks us, people reject us, and the pain we endure reshapes how we see ourselves. But most of all, it pushes a certain power we never knew existed. We start to carry a weight that was never ours to bear, and slowly, the reflection in the mirror becomes a stranger. But here's what I've learned, and what I want to share with you today. God never forgets who you are, even when you do. His word in Psalms 34-18 says that he is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Even when you can't see the light in your own eyes, he sees it. Even when you've forgotten the sound of your own laughter, he remembers. This is a promise for the moments you feel most lost. Sometimes, forgetting who you are doesn't happen all at once. It's not a sudden event. It's a slow fade. It happens when you give too much of yourself away without being replenished, when you love so deeply without ever being truly seen, or when you fight battles in silence for far too long. Little by little, you start to shrink. You begin to silence your own truth because you've been told it's inconvenient. You start to believe the lie that you either too much for some people or not enough for others. The joy that once came so easily starts to feel like a distant memory. You stop laughing with your whole body. You stop showing up as boldly and unapologetically as you used to. And slowly, you start to disappear under the heavy weight of everything you've been through. But I want to tell you something I wish someone had told me in my darkest moments. You are not what happened to you. Your identity is not defined by your scars, your heartbreaks, or your failures. You are who God created you to be, still loved, still chosen, and still whole, even if you feel broken into a million pieces. Your circumstances don't get the final say on who you are. God does. He is our maker and creator, so how does God remind us? How does he bring us back to ourselves? It's often not through loud miracles or perfectly wrapped answers. Sometimes, his voice is most clear in the stillness. It's in those moments when you finally break down, when you cry until you have no tears left, when you feel completely and utterly empty. It's in that sacred emptiness that he whispers, "I still see you. I've been here all along." There's a beautiful verse in Isaiah 43:1 that says, "Do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. You are mine." Let those words wash over you for a moment. He has called you by your name, not by your mistakes, not by your failures, not by the hurtful labels others have placed on you. He calls you by the name he gave you, the name that signifies you belong to him. When we lose our identity in pain, God reaches through the noise and calls us back to our true home in him. Sometimes, it's through a profound loss that he restores our identity. It's through the silence that he reminds us our voice still matters. It's through the deepest heartbreak that he shows us our worth was never, ever tied to the person who walked away. This is where the healing truly begins. It starts when you stop searching for your worth in broken places. When you stop begging for love from people who should have given it freely. It begins the moment you decide to start speaking kindly to yourself again, to treat yourself with the same grace and compassion that God extends to you. You begin to look at your scars differently. You see that every single one tells a story not of weakness, but of incredible survival and resilience. Every tear you cried was a seed of faith, watering the soil of the person you are becoming. Psalm 139:14 says, "I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made." I want you to let those words sink deep into your spirit. Wonderfully made. Not almost enough, not nearly worthy, not good, but double quotes, wonderfully, perfectly, intentionally. So today, I want you to remember the person God made you to be: strong, radiant, and deeply, unconditionally loved. You don't have to chase validation anymore. You don't have to perform for your worth. You just have to return home to yourself and to God. He's waiting with open arms. As you move forward from this moment, I want you to try something. Every time you start to doubt yourself, every time that critical inner voice tells you that you're not enough, I want you to pause and ask, who told me that? And then I want you to remember, God never said that. He said you are loved. He said you are chosen. He said you are His. So no matter who forgot your worth, no matter who made you feel small or unseen, remember this one powerful truth: He never did. When you forget who you are, God reminds you, not to shame you for losing your way, but to gently and lovingly restore you. Because you were never meant to live unseen. You were meant to shine, even after breaking. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this message resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd like this video and subscribe for more reflections on healing and faith. May you walk away from this moment remembering just how deeply you are loved. You are loved and appreciated in this space,